rebuild of the favorites. We here for the latest. South side or the north side, not tuned to the greatest. Home team for the home teams. Both sides got our own rings. On the mound or the long ball, but we don't put the wrong strings. Yeah. It's that time of the year now. Wrigley or a guarantee, so the whole league that we hear now. New show with a new mood. Discussions and interviews. Trade rumors that might be. This is Pinwheels and Knife. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? It is Tuesday, February 3rd, and you have found the Pinwheels and Ivy podcast. I am your host, Matt Father Zawoski, and with me, as always, Mr. Aldo Soto.
So I have two questions for you. Quick questions. Number one, do you use a bidet? And then number two, if you don't.
Recently purchased, haven't installed.
Yes. Now, question
go.
number two, was it because of Mooney?
Yeah, of course. 100%. 100%. And the good Reverend K. Fitz.
That was not planned. Did you just get that bidet?
Dude, it's been sitting there since Christmas, and that just worked out perfectly. That literally just worked out so perfect.
What's really going to bake your noodles is that
podcast open to bidet sponsorships.
It's really going to bake your noodles when you realize that I'm currently sitting on a bidet right now.
So, Southside Chicago officially going to have the freshest buttholes in Major League Baseball. Yes. Only the White Sox can have a 24-hour news cycle where they piss off one of their Hall of Famers, and then another top story is that they're installing bidets.
Dude, that's making a splash right there.
We got a great show for you. We got lots of stuff to talk about. We have trades, free agent signings, bidets, all kinds of shit to talk about today. Shout out to the White Sox for, staying active right now, for giving us stuff to talk about. So let's just kind of dive into it. I mean, it has been a what we're not really used to on the South Side. It's been a very active offseason. They've made some moves. They're getting national attention. I actually saw the what are those Yankee guys? They do the videos where they read the guy's lips.
John Boy.
John Boy. I saw John Boy. They actually gave the White Sox props on their show, saying, an offseason that's not being talked about enough right now is what the White Sox are putting together. And I think it's been good. I mean, it hasn't been great. They haven't went out and got Juan Soto or anything crazy like that, but they've added some guys. I think this team has potential to be what a lot of White Sox fans are kind of gearing up for, and that's a really fun bad season. You know what I mean?
See that they're after the Luis Robert Jr. trade, we were like, they don't have a major league outfield.
Nope.
You had Benintendi's still your starting left fielder. You have Luis Angel Acuna, who's he could step in, I guess, and play center field, but he's been you have no idea what he's going to be. He hasn't been a Major League Baseball player for any significant portion of time. So he's a huge unknown. And then you have just a smattering of other guys in right field. And you're like, what? This is really bad.
Yeah. The whole
you get Austin Hayes, who, again, like you said, he's not Juan Soto, but the White Sox aren't in a position where they're we're going to sign a superstar right now.
Right.
That's why they were trying to get Kyle Tucker or,
no, they would never put up that kind of money.
Right. So you get Austin Hayes, who had a monster second half, just a solid bat. Biggest thing for him, and it's for a lot of guys, unfortunately, it's they have to stay healthy.
I was just going to say, the biggest
get on the
Austin
field.
Hayes is the health.
He'll produce.
First of all, shout out me because I said Austin Hayes last show, and then they went and got him. There was nobody else.
I was going to say, that's what we're talking about. We're like, who the hell are they? Who are they going to sign? One of the advantages of being on a bad team is that you have spots to fill, and you have playing time to offer. That's one of the major reasons that Austin Hayes ended up with the White Sox. You can immediately start.
Yeah, and that they said that was one of the reasons why he said he picked the White Sox was playing time. He's not going to be a rotational guy. He's going to be your everyday starter out there. And I mean, you mentioned it. Although the biggest knock on him, it's nothing really baseball wise. It's just staying on the field. I mean, he's not like ancient or anything. He's 30 years old. You know, he'll be all right. And I mean, last year, you know, he's 266 hitter, 15 home runs, but he only had 380 at bats. You know, so you get a full season of him. Like, if you can look, his best season so far, without a doubt, has been 2021 when he was with Baltimore. It was 5 years ago. Then he slashed 256, 308, 461 with an OPS of 769. Nice. And he hit 22 home runs and 71 RBIs. But that was also when he played 131 games. He played 145 in 22, 23. He was an all-star. He played 144 games. And then the injuries really started happening. 24 was the year he got traded. He only played 85 games total. Last year he played 103. So it's getting better. I don't mind the signing at all. You know what I mean? Like, I think he'll fit in. I think Mitch brought it up when he was here last week. They didn't really have any experienced bats in that dugout. And I think that's what you're getting with Austin Hayes. You know, he's been in the league for a while now. He knows, he's experienced.
That's big too, having a professional in the locker room to show the younger guys how to be a professional, taking them along, you know, whether it's just learning daily routines or just, you know, showing them how to prepare for, you know, a doubleheader or a day night, you know, a away day, whatever, like having them learn that kind of stuff. Older guys, those guys kind of matter. I mean, that's one of the best parts about sports and baseball in general is the older veterans have that experience. And when the old dogs pass that down, and when you have a younger team, you got to have a couple of those dudes peppered in there to just kind of like be grumpy. Like you got to throw a couple grumps in there. You need some grumps in there to make, you know, to kind of tell the young kids to get off the lawn. But in the end, you know, it's like a fun relationship because the generations kind of eventually mesh and meld, and you can have a really good clubhouse, but also someone that they respect who's seen things that they haven't yet and can prepare them for those moments much better than someone that is also just as green as they are, just looking at the deer, you know, like deer in the headlights with the train coming at you. So
definitely agree. And again, he's only 30. He'll turn 31 during the season. He's July 5th birthday. But I mean, for what I see this deal as, they got him for 1 year, $5 million. Didn't break the bank at all. And this is a guy that is trying to show the rest of the league that he still can be the goods. It's kind of when Cody Bellinger first came to the Cubs. You know, everyone's like, oh, he's hurt. And the Cubs got him on a pretty good deal. And it was like a show me deal. This is a show me deal. This is Austin Hayes basically auditioning for Major League Baseball, showing everyone that he can put together a good season. And the White Sox will benefit from it.
Now, Zoe, I think besides just like getting a competent, just another competent hitter, another outfield guy, this has to mean less Benintendi in left field, right?
I got to think Benintendi's going to be your everyday DH as much as possible.
And he was pretty good as a DH.
I think he fits in great in that role. The guy has, and I've said it 100 times on the show, I'll say it 100 more times. The guy has a noodle arm. He has no arm whatsoever. Other teams had 40-year-old catchers taking an extra base on him. Like, it's just, it became like a running joke. It is a joke, and, you know, it's just not respected at all. Austin Hayes, pretty good fielder. You know, anything is better than Benintendi out there. And so I feel like he almost feels more comfortable knowing that he doesn't have to go out there. Because, I mean, he's got to know his arm sucks. So he's got to be, you know.
Just like everything. He was just awful all around.
Yeah. He's like the kid standing out there just like, don't hit it to me. 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 Shit, he hit it to me. And then he goes,
in already.
Yep. So, I mean, that's
kick it in, Pele.
I was very pleasantly surprised to see the numbers on the deal, but also that he chose the White Sox because apparently he had a lot of suitors. I mean, for 1 year, $5 million, I see why. You know what I mean? He's a very capable player.
I think like who was it? It was like a John Heyman who tweeted out like half the league wants Austin Hayes.
Right. And I will say though, if you just look at his face, he looks like he's closer to 40 than 30.
Has it been has been a rough 30?
He's got like an old man. He's got a lot of wrinkles. He's got an old man face going on there. He definitely does. I mean, I'm getting older to the point now where I can't tell how old anyone is ever. But yeah, if I just like met Austin, like you're like, I was meeting you at the bar and you're like, oh, this is my buddy Austin. 100% would put him at 40. 100%. So Google Austin Hayes. You'll see what I'm talking about.
I was looking at some of his older pictures here. He has to bring back the stash.
Maybe
he had with the Orioles.
His baseball reference picture that makes him look that old, but yeah, it's not a great look for Austin. But happy to have him here. And the White Sox made another weird, but it makes sense trade.
He's got some ears.
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
yeah, he hears things in 5G.
Oh, he's gonna hear all the 108 guys.
All the gossip. Yeah, he's gonna hear it all.
That motherfucker hears in 5G.
He's gonna hear Wally back there dancing. Walter when Walter shows up.
So the White Sox made a trade. They traded prospect Gage Zile, in which they got him from the Yankees during the season last year anyway. So that was just whatever. And they received Jordan Hicks, David Sandlin, $8 million, and 2 players to be named later. This basically was a prospect swap. And the only reason the White Sox got David Sandlin was because they were willing to take on Jordan Hicks and his bad paper. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Hicks fucking blows.
Bad.
He was brutal last year. He was not good. It's not the Cardinals, Jordan Hicks, ladies and gentlemen. He is.
Hey, here. I'll say it because, like, I saw that video. Everybody's showing the 104 mile per hour video, and I'll be the first Cubs fan whenever the Cubs sign someone and they're they haven't been that good recently. I'll try to find something when they were actually good and be like, hey, if he can get back to this is like a fucking great deal or whatever. But like, man, that was 3 years ago.
That's our boy, Shy Sox fan Mike.
I love the optimism. I do have to. Hey. My initial reaction is, you saw it in the chat, in the White Sox chat we had. I'm like, Jordan Hicks stinks. Like he's bad.
He stinks.
But hey, if they put him, if they immediately put him, they're like, you are a relief pitcher again.
If he sniffs the mound as a starter, we're in trouble.
Yeah. So like, I was gonna ask you that, Zoe. Is it even worth it to be like, let's see if it works here? No,
nope, he is 100% the type of guy. From what I've seen in his career, he performs the best when you got an inning, go throw your arm off. You know what I mean? That's when he goes out there. Last year, he had a negative 1.8 WAR. He was 2-7 with a 6.95 ERA, and he had 2 saves because he started 9 games in 34 appearances.
Yeah, no, he was bad.
I mean, you could throw these days. If you throw the ball trip digits, great. It has to be trip digits and move. If you're throwing heat isn't just heat anymore. You can't get by on that anymore.
I remember looking at like some of the Red Sox fans' reaction during the summer and like how much because he was part of the Devers trade, which was another salary dump by the Red Sox.
Right.
And they're like, we're getting this fucking guy. So, like, not only does he have the pressure of, like, oh, he's part of the trade where the Red Sox are trading away their franchise player. He has not the greatest contract. And then, oh, by the way, he started to really suck for the Red Sox. So, when they switched him over to the bullpen, and again, that is where he's pitched the best throughout his career, but it's been a few years because the Giants signed him to be a starting pitcher, and he was good for a couple months, and then it went downhill back in 2024. But last year, with the Giants and the Red Sox as a relief pitcher, 22 innings, so not a lot, but he only had a 15.2% strikeout rate. That's like below Kyle Hendricks numbers.
Yeah.
And then he had a 14.3 walk percentage. Not good. Terrible.
No, not great.
And then guys were crushing him. They hit 307 off of him. He was off.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's what I
not
said.
missing barrels and free passes. That's a good combo.
If you throw 102 miles an hour, but it's 103 miles an hour down the pipe, you're gonna get touched up.
I saw Beef Love's tweet. I think he's right. It's like Jordan Hicks, like released by June. I don't
maybe. The best case scenario for them is I think he finds a little bit of the magic. They use him as a 3-out guy, and they could flip him at the deadline.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the closer because you got Sir Anthony to be the closer.
Yeah.
So he could be a stellar setup man, and that's the best case scenario in my mind.
Like that's the thing. He would have to be like amazing for you to get anything, just because of like how bad he's been.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm with you, Zoe. They need to their pitchers and catchers reporting. They're most of the guys already in camp. But they gotta sit Jordan Hicks down and be like, hey man, you're a relief pitcher. That's all we want you to focus on. Don't stretch out your arm. We're throwing you out for 3 outs. Please get
3 outs. We're up 2 in the 8th. Go get us 3 outs and hand the ball over to Sir Anthony. I just like saying Sir Anthony. By the way.
Anthony.
Go.
And the Bulls have Anthony now.
And the Bulls are doing a fire sale today.
Fire
sale. The big name in that trade, without a doubt, is David Sandlin. Right-handed pitcher. He's 24 years old. Guy's big, 6'4", 215.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys.
Yeah, those hard.
He was drafted by the Royals. Got traded, over to Boston. What I saw, just kind of like how Aldo was saying, watching Boston fans cheer, watching Hicks get taken away. They were kind of pissed that Sandlin had to be the prospect to get Hicks out of Boston.
Very pissed.
What's that guy's name? Carabas. What's his name? Carabas. He actually started
kind of like the Italian restaurant, but
he started talking to Sox fan Mike, because Sox fan Mike put, you don't get 103 mile an hour sinkers every day or what. And Jared was like, I thought the same thing too, buddy, but it ain't it. But he's like, I will say you guys got one in Sandlin. His fastball sits at 95, 97, can touch 100 if he wants. He's got a good slider, good cutter. Basically, the biggest issue for him has been control, and like I've said before, you can work on that.
And it's not even a bad command. He's got a 66% strike rate. I mean, especially with his fastball. So he's just kind of getting a better feel for his off speed stuff. Yep. He does have 5 pitches too, by the way.
And right now, going into this spring training, the White Sox 5th starter role is very much up for grabs. Very, very, very much up for grabs. I mean, you got guys like Mike Vasile, in the mix there, but I would put Sandlin right there. He instantly became the White Sox. I think, hold on, I got it right here. He became their number 14th ranked prospect, right away. So they swapped their 16th ranked prospect for the 14th. And, there's other guys in the mix, but it's great to see.
By the way, I think that shows how good and loaded the White Sox farm system is right now, because I think he was I think he was number 9 for the Red Sox.
Yeah, he was 9 for the Red Sox. That's right.
So he dropped 5 spots going to the White Sox.
Well, I mean, the White Sox got a lot of pitchers. Again, Noah Schultz, Hagen Smith, our guy Tanner, Kristen Opor. All these kids are getting ready to make that big jump, and you can never, having a stable of young arms like that is never a bad thing, because usually at least one of them hits.
By the way, I wasn't a huge fan of that Luis Robert Jr. return with the Mets.
Right.
But if you consider like the money that the White Sox saved by trading away Luis Robert Jr., that did in a way allow them to basically buy Sandlin here. Yes. Because they're taking on, like, there's no other scenario where they're like, yeah, we'll take on Jordan Hicks and his, I think they're paying $17 million over the next 2 years. Like, there's no way that they were going to do that before, but that little, that payroll opened up there with sending away Luis Robert Jr. away. And now you got a pretty decent pitching prospect back who you can kind of I forget who said this on other shows with like the White Sox, like in trades. But like a lot of times when you trade for a prospect, you have to wait like a couple years, right? Because like they're younger guys, they're guys in single A. But it's always good to have these guys who are closer to like MLB time, or like they've been in AAA, or they've made that jump from AA to AAA. And it's like you get them in the off season, and like you're gonna see them in a couple months at least, if not sooner. And that's a guy like Sandlin, which makes it more exciting when you make these kinds of trades. It's like you have a guy who you're gonna see relatively soon. And like you're gonna get that, like, yes, let's see this guy that we just got, which is a good feeling as a fan.
You didn't buy the present, have to wait till Christmas to open it. You know what I mean? Like you can actually. And then speaking of the Red Sox, I mean, I'm gonna ask you two: Are they gonna make a trade for Shaw or Nico, or are we just gonna keep doing this speculation shit?
I think the people that are speculating are not anywhere near the Cubs communication wheelhouse. There's just nothing right now. It's not happening.
It's been I was just telling Kevin right before we started recording. It's been the same news cycle for ever since they signed Bregman. It's like, well, got Bregman. Nico's going to be a free agent. Oh, Matt Shaw. Is he getting pushed aside now? The Red Sox all offseason have been like, oh, we need an infielder. It's like they were in on Bregman. They botched that. They were supposedly trying to get Bo Bichette, but I don't think they were ever actually in it.
You know which one they botched big time was Suarez.
Well, yeah, they did this trade with the White Sox. They're like, okay, they dumped Jordan Hicks. They're gonna sign Suarez, and he just goes to the Reds. And all the Red Sox fans are like, what the fuck?
Yeah, for dirt cheap too. That was like, I was like,
million.
I was like, okay. Like, I mean, the guy had a great fucking year last year.
And then who is it? The Cardinals traded away Brendan Donovan to the Mariners, so that was like the other infielder in the trade market.
Yeah, hold on. Speaking of that trade, I saw a meme that I wanted to tell because it fucking made me. Not very often do I see memes, especially baseball-related memes, that make me verbally laugh out loud. But the Rays, again, we're the third team in on that trade. And you know how like hotel rooms have the cuck chair?
Yeah.
So I took a picture. It was a meme that said every hotel has, and where it said cuck chair, it said every trade has the Rays being the third team in. And it was a picture of the cuck. I started laughing.
They're like in every 3-team trade. It's crazy.
It works for them.
It does.
You don't trade with the Rays. Golden rule. It's been that way for a decade.
You do not trade with the Rays.
Prospects.
Right.
But yeah, so like the Mariners do that trade, Brendan Donovan, and then with the Rays there, and there's only like Isaac Paredes from Houston, he could get traded. Quetzal Marte is apparently, he's been off the trade block, I guess.
Yeah.
And like that leaves. Like Nico Hoerner, Kevin, he's not going to get traded.
They're not going.
He's
not going.
Matt Shaw, I would still put I don't think he's going to get traded either. But like if I'm going to speculate which of the two, it'd probably be Shaw. But I still don't see that either.
No,
I don't see that either happening. And if it does, like the Cubs are gonna get a huge fucking return back.
Yeah,
because the Red Sox are gonna be desperate. But yeah, no, it's like there's just nothing going there for the Red Sox. The Red Sox are like
the Cubs are better off.
They're just cycling through every rumored player, and eventually it's gonna get to opening day, and they're just gonna have the same players on the roster.
Well, the Cubs are still looking for an outfielder too, right?
They are.
Some depth.
Yeah, it'd be like more of a depth. I wrote on earlier on Tuesday. Do you guys like Andrew McCutchen? Veteran guy.
Blocked me, man, at my friend's wedding. Fucking him in Cabo.
Wait, what's that story, Kevin? You got blocked by Andrew McCutchen? He's like the nicest guy. He's the nicest guy in Major League Baseball.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? We were getting ready. We were all in our little fucking, because he's in Cabo, so we're wearing like the what's that white
linen?
Yeah, we're in fucking white linen shirts and like the khaki, and then like
linen's a dangerous thing when you're drinking, man.
Oh yeah, and that we had obviously, but there was a Cub game where somebody from the Cubs dosed somebody with a curveball, like hit him in the butt, It wasn't anything bad. It didn't hurt anybody. And he said something on Twitter, and I was just right before we got, I get ready to go down to the aisle and get everything set up. I literally just tweet something like, "Oh, come on, man. You know that like he didn't dot him. If he wanted to dot him, he would have thrown a fastball. He's not trying to hurt somebody with a 75 mile an hour, whatever. Something really innocent. It wasn't like mean spirited or anything." And then after the wedding's over, I come back around, blah, 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 blah. And I look at my thing and I'm like, I see my response and I'm like, why does that say that tweet is unavailable for you to view or whatever that thing is that tells you like there's, I'm like, that was my comment. And then I went to the Pinwheels Twitter account and looked to see who it was that fucking blocked me. I'm like, yeah, that's Andrew McCutchen. So I went back and looked at there. Andrew McCutchen still to this day has blocked me. It's like one of my favorite players of all time.
Did he respond before blocking?
No, he just blocked me. Like that was it. It was just a straight just and sad. I mean, I would love to make amends.
He is one of my, and I think you just said it, he's one of my all-time favorite players. This guy is cool as hell. I mean, I'll always think of that picture of him in the dugout on the Phillies, and he's got the two cups, like the gas station cups, and the glasses on, and like they call him like Unc Jerome or whatever. But I don't know. In my mind, he's one of those guys that'll always be a Pittsburgh Pirate. He's a Pittsburgh legend.
It's getting nasty there.
Hall of Famer. Period.
What do you mean it's getting nasty there?
Did you see that? I was I think a week ago, he got like Pirates fans were like, man, what a fucking bummer that we had to bring back McCutchen. He hasn't been good. He wasted our fucking time the past like 2 years. And then McCutchen replied, he's like, I'm sure guys like Miguel Cabrera and like he mentioned another. I'm like, did they get this fucking reaction from the fans? Like, what the hell?
He had an MVP season for you guys, a great MVP season too. It definitely wasn't a Mickey Mouse one. And then,
Andrew McCutchen's prime, like he had like a 6-year prime where he was amazing.
That's nasty, dude. I mean, yes, he's lost a step or two, but like that's wrong. I didn't know Pittsburgh fans were dogging him.
Here we go. Pirates fans got a 3-year Andrew McCutchen reunion tour. That's great, but they never won more than 76 games. I respect what he's meant for this franchise and city, but he's 39, and at some point, you have to look at a different, better ways to win, and if it means moving on, you move on. And then Andrew McCutchen. Go ahead.
First of all, Hutch isn't the sole reason why you haven't won 76 games. Just, you lost me after that sentence. I was like, get out of here.
And then McCutchen quote tweeted and he said, I wonder, did the Cardinals do this to Wainwright, Pujols, Yachty, Dodgers to Kershaw, Tigers to Miggy? The list goes on and on. If this is my last year, it would have been nice to meet fans one last time as a player, talk to them about my appreciation for them over the years, shake that little kid's hand or hug the fan that's been a fan since Clemente. You see, this is bigger than baseball. Bigger than looking at a 40-man roster and cherry-picking numbers that fit your agenda and prove why your opinion matters. The fans deserved, at the very least, to get that opportunity. I don't know what the future holds. You get the point there. I mean, he like what a dick thing.
Well, he's always a class act, first of all. You know what I mean? And then, yeah. So
that being said, hey, swoop in, Cubs. Like we were talking about, like Austin Hayes, like having a veteran. Just like a guy who's a professional.
There's hitter. Austin Hayes, and then there's 10 more years, and then there's Hutch.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I don't want Andrew McCutchen to start 120 games. No. He can have the 250 Justin Turner plate appearances.
It would be very weird.
And he can dance in the dugout with.
He can have the fake ball set.
His testicles. Yes.
It was weird seeing him on the Phillies.
Yeah,
it'll be even weirder seeing him as the Cubs. Like it's just, I don't know. That's weird to me.
But you'd love it, though.
I mean, guy's awesome. He's been one of my favorite players for a long time. He's just
he also had stints. I forgot he was with the Yankees, the Giants for like half a season. The Brewers, I forgot about him on the Brewers in 2022.
See, I just blocked that stuff out.
Yeah.
I just don't even remember.
From 2018 to 2022 is when he had the Yankees, Giants, and then he had the 3 years in Philadelphia, and then the 1 year in Milwaukee in the past 3 years. Which, by the way, He's been pretty decent the past 3 years. With like it's not like he's been god off.
He's not. He's not trash. That's for sure.
I mean, the numbers declined last year, but yeah, that was kind of crazy.
I don't know.
But I guess the one thing I do have to say is the Pirates are in that similar situation as the White Sox, where like, I mean, cool as you can get.
Come on.
The Pirates are kind of that spot where like they have a lot like great pitching talent, and obviously they just need to spend anything. And they could probably compete for like, be a fringe wildcard team maybe. And it's like, well, maybe they should be aiming higher than Andrew McCutchen.
Maybe they should stop doing the same thing every year, which is having arguably the best youngest pitcher in the league, not building around him, and then trading him, and then him becoming a superstar in a different market. Because they've done that a couple times.
Ooh, I wanted to bring this up to Kevin because we've been kicking this around, trying to work out a trade simulator. Kevin, would you include Matt Shaw this offseason for 1 year of Tarek Skubal?
After seeing how the Tucker thing played out, no, probably
not. Okay.
That's fair.
I just because that they're not going to try and extend him. Like it's just like
that's fair.
If there was a consideration of them possibly like having my confidence that they would actually extend him, I would make the move because obviously if you could make the move, if that meant extending him beyond his 1 year, absolutely. Like, but
when is that arbitration court date? Isn't it like Wednesday or Thursday this week?
I think it's happening Wednesday. Yeah.
I'm very interested to see
to be a fly on that wall.
I want to hear Detroit talk shit about him.
Like, that's the thing. You like never go to arbitration hearings. It's the worst.
Yeah. It's the worst because all you do is
so many feelings just get hurt.
Yeah, and the team that you do everything for, you work out, you practice, you lay it on the line for, and Sobel's been an ace of aces. The last couple of years.
And the sole purpose of that meeting is for that team to be like, no, you're not as good as you think you are. Yeah. It's kind of like it's an insane process, man. It's crazy.
I mean, guys have left teams because of it. We've seen it before. Guys are like, I sat through that hearing and heard what they thought of me, and I couldn't wait to get out of there. Like, I'm very curious to see how that plays out. I mean, I can't believe that they let it go to there.
Right, because like they still had because like when did that come out? A couple of weeks ago or like a month ago?
Yeah,
they still had this time. They still could negotiate. Like, all right, let's not get there. All right, we'll give you like $27 million or something. But
if it gets him out of the AL Central,
it'd be great for the White Sox.
All for it. I mean, that would be a huge step back for Detroit. Losing him.
Yeah,
I mean,
gonna hurt feelings though. They get their feelings hurt, man, because these guys have a fragile confidence, especially higher functioning, high performing, especially pitchers, because they've got that fighter pilot mentality. So the confidence, and then hearing the drawbacks, unless there's someone that's already been intrinsically taking inventory and is equally or harder, more critical of themselves, that could also that could insulate them as well, though, from the hurt feelings. So I guess it's not always hurt feelings, but these guys.
Up. It's like looking in the mirror, like, hey, man, they don't mean this shit. They're just trying to do it.
Yeah.
You're good enough. You're strong enough. God darn it, people like you.
But some of these guys are willing to like look at the numbers too, though. So they know what their weaknesses are as well, because they want to fix them. So especially these competitive guys, they already know what the worst thing that someone's going to say about them in that type of meeting probably are as well. So I think maybe the more mid-level players, it hurts worse for those guys. I don't think a guy like him. I don't think Kubal's he's not gonna feel much of a tinge. But like if you have another guy that's like maybe a fourth outfielder, and they're like, yeah, I mean, really, the difference between you and a bucket of shit's the bucket, pal. So we're gonna, we're gonna not pay you as much.
I bet you he ends up winning.
Yeah,
and like that's the tough part with that is that like it's one or the two.
Yep.
Like it's either he's getting the what is it like 19 million or the 33.
I think it's 19.
How is he not worth 33 million? Like
follow-up question. Let's say it's July. The Cubs are amazing. Like they're hit. The offense looks great. Alex Bregman's like the new face of the franchise. PCA's bounced back from his bad second half. Say is hitting for probably like all the guys. Like it's been great, but the starting rotation needs a little help. And it's like the Cubs are a clear World Series contender. They're up there with the Dodgers. They're up there with any team you think is going to be great. But it's a 2016 situation. You think you're one player away. Do you then include Matt Shaw?
It depends on what his contributions are to the current squad. So if he's part of what's making this team successful, no, absolutely not. You're not going to do addition by subtraction on that case. So if he's playing at AAA, if he's not, obviously he's not contributing to the major league success.
Let's say he's having like a similar first half as last year. He's playing a utility role. He's still getting some starts. But he's regressed, and he's has a 550 OPS.
Nah, I'm still fine with him playing the whole 160. Like it's fine. Like in that case too. I think that if he's part of the success, if again, like you're saying though, like a guy having that kind of lack of success, I don't think your team's going to be a contender at the trade deadline if guys like that aren't performing anyway. So
I think so because you can hide him. I mean, he's not a star. Matt Shaw isn't a starting player for the Cubs right now.
True, that's true. I think that, but knowing his potential too, he's just not gonna be there at that point.
That's the thing. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna.
So, but what do you do?
I love this hypothetical though, because like
our guy, right, Alcantara. You start looking at those guys. They're absolutely at the trade deadline. Everybody should be on the table to go pick up in your circumstance. It doesn't matter. Every prospect, 100%. Down the line.
I got some breaking news here.
What do we got?
The Winston-Salem Dash, the White Sox High A affiliate, has tweeted out they're getting bidets too.
Hell yeah!
The bidets are just.
Yep. So top to bottom, organizational, just clean bum holes all throughout the White Sox organization. Just
like I need a review from every single White Sox fan on the bidets they buy the next month.
I will. I'll do a full. That means I got to install it, but I'll do a full review. I'll probably be feeling pretty good about myself. Feeling real clean. Huh? Yep. But that's big news right there. Love to see solidarity throughout the organization. That was brought to us by our sister company here, the Southside Behavior. Make sure you go follow Missy and all them over there at SS Behavior on Twitter. Follow them. They did great work. And speaking of the great work that they did, they were all over Sox Fest, which produced some very interesting things.
A star was born.
A star was born. And I want to make something very, very clear to everybody right now. Tanner's our guy. Tanner's our guy. We had Tanner on the show before anybody even knew about him. We've been following Tanner's entire career. It's K-Fids' guy. It's been his guy since before he was even in the White Sox system. Tanner's our guy. Tanner tore it up at Sox Fest. Guy was taking Chicago handshakes on stage, which for those that don't know is Malort and Old Style. He's doing interviews with our friends over at Future Sox, talking about how much he hates a strong word, but he dislikes the Cubs because he was brought up a Cardinals fan. But he was doing interviews with all the major Sox shows, blogs out there. Everyone seemed to have had a Tanner McDougal story from Sox Fest. And I feel
look at that smile on Kevin's face.
Older cousin. I can only imagine what Fitz is feeling, but like the city, the fan base has already embraced this kid. And there's a good chance he makes it to the show this year. I mean, he's rocketed up that prospects ranking. I think he's number 7 right now. And the kid's been working hard. We had him on when he was coming back from injury. And he was fantastic on our show. We'll probably have him on again this year, hopefully sooner rather than later. And he's going to bring some of the other prospects on the show this year. But like Kid killed it, dude. Your boy crushed it, Feds.
Man, like I'm a Cub fan, and the idea of going to Sox Fest would have been exciting for me, even as a Cub fan, for that weekend to see what he was doing, to see him out there being the professional athlete guy, doing the autographs, talking to the little ones too, like just seeing them do the fan experience. Yeah, they come from, dude is cut from a cloth that Sox fans more than any other fan base, I think, would appreciate. Like he is the blue collar guy. Like his family's blue collar. His mom catches his fucking bullpens, for God's sakes, man.
That's insane. I love that. I love that too,
and nobody cusses like Christy, actually. Like you're talking about it, they're all blue collar. They're 108ers. They're that kind of like people too, man. They're great. They're a blast. But better yet, they're old school mentality. They're hardworking people. And Tanner, watching him do all the stuff, again, I got to see, KB go through that and Chasen go through that kind of stuff too. And it's all so super exciting. And seeing Tanner, who came through, and again, the whole story is kind of funny about with Tanner as a baby freshman, was that everybody on the coaching staff had known him since he was a child, like a baby. And so they were like, well, fuck, who knows him the least? Who's been around? Well, Fiddler's, he's the new guy this year. It's his first year now over at Silverado. I had just come over to Silverado from Green Valley. And they're like, all right, well, fuck it. Fiddler, he's your guy. I'm like, what do you mean my guy? Like, he's literally your guy. And so basically every time Tanner did something stupid or was, because, he's a freshman still, but Chad, Fiddler, get on your fucking boy. Like it was that, like that was the running gag. Right. And to see Tanner, his nickname, I call him Bambi, obviously, because he came in real, like, goofy, but he's always been a great dude, a good student. He's always respectful to his teachers. There's a douchey baseball player mentality. And then there's like other types of mentalities. You see it with amateur sports and athletes. You see all the different personalities that come through. Tanner was always that guy he's going to work his ass off. He's going to have fun. He knows time and a place though. And as a younger guy, he had to learn time and a place a little bit, but he knows, like, he's that kind of guy. And as he's now growing into his dad's physique too, which means he's a behemoth. He's a big guy, and he's going to be able to put down a case of beer and not blink. And that's like exactly what White Sox fans probably like. But his mentality, you heard it when he was on the show, like his talking about club ball stuff and just his approach to everything. Like he doesn't mess, like he knows time and a place. He's a hard worker. He understands what's at stake, and he comes from we always say, you'll see a hashtag old school from, that's from our coaching staff, Coach Witt. He's a Witt guy, man. And you guys know how much Coach Witt, matters. He's, he's coming from a coach that's the winningest coach in Southern Nevada history. He's a Hall of Famer. This past summer, he was inducted into.
That's no small feat for those of you that don't know. That's a MLB pipeline of a district to be the most successful coach in. So,
and you got to learn from a guy that literally came up in the Reds organization and during spring training was turning double plays with Concepcion at shortstop and Pete Rose at first base. Like, you can talk about guys that have baseball pedigree. He grew up a baseball dog, and his dad, a fantastic ball player in his own right, played for the Cardinals organization. He is just so ready for this. And to see him do that at the convention, and again, the people that I've got a lot of messages about it, obviously, I know Beef said he asked him a question, and he'll let me know. And if he didn't make fun of me, I'm gonna be pretty pissed, actually, because we bag on each other, like that's what we always do. And so the see him do all that though, and to see all the responses from Sox fans, you're seeing really Tanner, man. That's him. That's really him. It's, again, I said that about Chris too. I've coached some guys that the public persona is very different than their private persona. Tanner's an absolute hoot. Like he's a dude, and to see him have the success, I can't. And his sock game is on point too, by the way. He used to wear the really.
One of the things that I really like is when he came on our show years ago, he told us to watch out for Garrett Crochet coming back from injury, because he's like, this dude works like I've never seen this before. Now, that's great that he let us know all that, but what I have in the back of my mind, and as we've watched him progress throughout his career, is like, how much did that help him watching a picture of Garrett Crochet's pedigree do that? Because Tanner had a pretty substantial injury as well. And to work back to get to all-star level like Garrett Crochet has, it's kind of cool that Tanner had front row seats for that, and he got to see it, and hopefully emulates it. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to be Garrett Crochet, but like, he got to see what it takes, if you want to be that ace in Major League Baseball. And I think that's really cool. I thought that was I thought it then, I still think it now, and I think I'm sure if we had him on the show and I asked him how much that's helped him, he would definitely agree with me. But
I do have to say this, guys. Can you just take it easy with the gosh darn Malort shots, though, please? I know every single one of you. Like I think he drank like 5 of them. I think. I mean, you got to pace yourself. And I told Tanner, pace yourself, buddy. Everybody's going to be asking for Malort shots. It runs my 30th birthday, man. Everyone wanted to do a Jaeger shot. Next thing you know, it's 8 p.m. and I'm doing a shot. Next thing I'm waking up in a shirt, wearing a shirt that says "Let's meet up with a steak and a pork chop, high-fiving each other" on my buddy's couch in his garage. I don't know.
That happens.
So careful with the Malort, right? So
happens to the best of us.
I think it's a great new tradition though. Like every time that Tanner starts now, for once he comes up with the White Sox and hopefully sticks around for a very long time.
Chicago
every time he starts, every time it's Tanner start day, it's Tanner handshake day. You gotta that's how you start the game.
I mean,
every White Sox fan watching at the ballpark, that's how you start the game.
So that I would not be doing that.
You just do it. You do a literal Chicago handshake right before the first pitch or right after the first pitch.
I'll leave that to the fellas in 108 and the bums and all those guys. They can do that. But so the
handshake.
The title of today's episode was grading Chris Getz offseason. So to recap Chris Getz's offseason, he went out and got Muni. He signed Austin Hayes. He traded for Luis Angel Acuna. We got Sir Anthony Dominguez. Sure, Jordan Hicks. Anthony K. They've done that before where they've gotten guys from Japan and given them the old one more chance. So maybe he can come in and do that. And
another likable guy, by the way, Anthony K.
I've heard. And Sean Newcomb, we all know he's a pretty solid bullpen arm. Again, none of these guys are big splash, like, holy shit, I can't believe the White Sox went and got him. But I think it's pretty solid. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate the fact that they saw that changes were needed. I appreciate the fact that they didn't basically bury any of their prospects, because all these guys are great, but they can all be replaced if a prospect earns it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen some crazy people being like, oh, this is like an A+ offseason. It's not an A+ offseason. It's not an A+ offseason. I say it's like a solid B-. Like, it's good. It's a good offseason. And I know it feels weird because we don't get those on the South Side. We don't get good off seasons very often on the South Side. But I think it's solid. I think with the farm system that they have and the players coming up and everything like that, and the people that they have in place, especially a lot of the young talent like Colson Montgomery and some of those other guys, I'm good with this offseason. Like, I'll say I'm satisfied. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like, the fuck are we doing? Which is weird because that's usually how it is every year around this time. But it's more like, oh, okay. I think the Austin Hayes signing kind of put me over the top. Like, I was impressed that they actually went out and got a guy in a position of need that not only can give you a good season, but they got him on a prove-it contract. And they still got some money. I mean, supposedly
they could sign another starting pitcher.
Yeah. And there's a lot of old dogs out there still. There's a lot of old dogs looking for one more roll in the hay.
You see them doing kind of like a watchful waiting kind of thing where it's like, let's see how we come out of the gate. Maybe if they come out of the gate a little hot and there's a little bit of magic, you can kind of like maybe start thinking about like popping like another name out there.
Or if a guy like Tanner or Schultz or one of them just comes out and their first 3 starts in AAA, they just set the world on fire. All right, fuck it. Let's go. It's time. Because it's enough babying with Noah Schultz. The babying with him's got to stop. It's got to stop. Kid gloves got to come off.
Feel the same way about Cade Horton.
Yep. Tanner's earned it.
I think that's 2 completely different things.
Well, I feel the same way though.
But I mean, since Noah Schultz started in this organization, since he's been drafted, they've been like, oh, he only gets 2 innings.
Noah Schultz has like not been, like Cade Horton is like.
They still babied Cade Horton quite a bit.
No, they did, but not. Noah Schultz was pitching like 3 innings tops in the minors.
Yeah, so you let Noah Schultz in AAA, you let him stretch out the arm, you let him, you let him earn, like used to being a big league starter. Let him go 6 1/3. Let him go.
So, do
whatever.
you think they're going to do the classic White Sox? Let's get this guy in the bullpen first.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Because I feel like that's kind of like how they're setting it up, right?
Well, they've actually, with some of the moves though, with Sir Anthony, Hicks, all these guys, the bullpen's getting a little crowded.
It's true.
So I don't know. I mean, it makes it more of an interesting season from a baseball fan perspective when you have these guys that are major league caliber players in AAA. They're not 4A players. They're major league caliber players. And you also have these guys on proven contracts. You have these young guys up in the league. There's a lot to watch for. There's a good storyline here, and hopefully, what makes everything great is if they start winning ball games. If they put together some magic in a bottle.
Like I like you said, I do feel like some of the love that the White Sox are getting is a little overblown.
Right. Oh, big time. It's like they did something, so everyone's like, "Oh shit, the White Sox!"
Right? It's like, oh, well, like they
say
I think they've added like 9 players or something, which is cool, but like they needed to because they didn't have, they had a lot of holes to fill. I do think he got a great amount of curve, so I would give him probably like C+, B- right there with you. Yeah. I do wonder how many of these guys how many of these guys do you think stick around after the trade deadline?
The White Sox are great for signing players just to flip them.
Which again could be a good thing. Right. You can use the prospects that you get.
Well, that's how they built up this top 5 farm is by doing that. And again, best case scenario is Hicks is that guy at the trade deadline. He comes out. He's a great setup man, like I said. Sir Anthony Dominguez just screams deadline flip. just scream like to a contender.
Also screams 13th night of the round table.
Yeah, I know. I keep wanting to be like Sir Anthony, but he
stick horses every time he comes in. You ride stick horses around the stadium.
He have the 108ers joust each other.
Well, they do that.
Oh, they already did it.
But to me, I could see him being like, all right, the White Sox are in, let's say, 3rd place in the AL Central. It's going okay, whatever, it is what it is. And a contender comes in and is like, we'll give you prospect A and prospect B for Dominguez. We need a closer. The Sox do it. You know what I mean? Like, I can see that. Like, they're not making the playoffs. They're having a pretty good year. We're seeing a lot of big steps forward because this really is that year for the White Sox. It's the step forward year.
It's that bridge year. It's like that. I think Getz said it. Was it him or Venable? It's like, I think it was probably Getz. It's like that 2019 season. Like you're not quite there, but like you have a lot of your pieces in place. You set a higher baseline, bringing in actual MLB caliber players. You're not going to lose 110 games again. Fingers crossed. No. I don't think they're going to be that bad.
No.
And then, roll the dice, maybe get hot. At least you're going to have more fun during the summer.
That's why fun bet. It's going to be, and we're going to get to see player development right in front of our eyes in a good way or a bad way, but we're going to see it. And that's something, again, not even as a White Sox fan, as a baseball fan, that's always fun to watch. Like if you see Colson Montgomery take like a big step forward and become a superstar shortstop in the league, that's awesome. That's great to watch, and we get to see guys like Tanner and Noah Schultz and Brandon Montgomery and all these other guys. Like, let's see where they progress this year. Let's see what they can do. And so what happened?
Even seeing he was obviously great and he became a fan favorite last year, but it's not like he came in as a hyped up prospect or anything like that. But even seeing if Mike Vasile can become a MLB starting pitcher, right? That would be who knows, but that would be amazing for you guys,
right? Fitz, why are you making faces?
I just saw that they're installing a Hattie B's at Wrigley.
Oh, I thought something happened.
Something happened.
But and then finally, in just funny news to me, you know how Aroldis Chapman tried to play for Great Britain in the World Baseball Classic?
I only saw that because of like the fallout. I had no idea what was going on. I thought it was one of those fake things.
He was going to play for Great Britain in the World Baseball Classic, and today they were just like, "No, dude, you're not British.
There's
like,
no lineage."
So would you have called him Sir Aroldis?
Yeah, you have. No, I call him Sir Asshole, but it's just like, dude, you're not British. Like, beat it. Like, nice try. It's just funny to me. Out of like every team, he tried to be on Great Britain. They're just like, Aroldis Chapman. I guess Chapman, but
Chapman.
No, you're not British, dude. So you can't do it. Beat it. That's funny. I guess
That would have been hilarious, though. You
according
think you
to
have you have a cakewalk? You're like, all right, we got Great Britain today. Sweet. I'm gonna go 4 for 4 here. Then all of a sudden it's the 7th inning. Like, why? Who's this? Who is this? Like 6'8" dude pumping 100 miles? Like what?
Yeah. But
Like
apparently,
shit, Aroldis Chapman, Great
it's not
Britain. What?
it's this doesn't all fall on Chapman because according to the report, like Great Britain actually are the ones that offered it to him. And he's just like, yeah, sure. And I don't know if they thought you didn't have to prove your lineage, but like, I don't know. I mean, they already got what's his face, my boy Jazz is playing for Great Britain,
There you go.
so. But it's just funny to me. I'm actually, I guess, to end the show here, I think I'm more pumped this year than I was last time for the World Baseball Classic.
Well, you got the Stars playing this time.
Yeah. USA's loaded.
For Team USA. Have you guys seen like the health insurance thing or the?
Yeah, it's weird to me, man. Like
Puerto Rico is not going to have a team. I think they're going to call out or something.
Right, and I get like, Diaz got hurt last time and it was a big deal. By the way, he's playing in it again. Wild strategy to me. But I mean, he's on the Dodgers now, so whatever. They got like 12 All-Stars behind them. But that's just really shitty to me. Like the World Baseball Classic, you want to see the best players play. And for them to be like, yeah, we're not going to insure you. It's like, well, dude, this is my livelihood. Like, if I get hurt doing this, like, I don't know. I thought that was weird. I think it's kind of lame. Because I want to see a loaded Puerto Rican team. I want to see a loaded Dominican Republic team. I want to see, you know what I mean? Like, I want to see these teams. Japan doesn't seem to have any issue with it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I can't find the tweet right now, but it was like they had total on the roster. They only had like 5 MLB players that were like accepted or like got through or whatever.
Right. But they said they're going to try to fix it. Hopefully they do. I'm pumped, dude. Team Japan is fun to watch. Like, there's a lot of really good teams. And again, USA is actually stacked finally.
I think Team USA has to win. I mean, I think there's no that they got to the finals last time with like, their pitching wasn't all that great.
Right.
Yeah, I mean they were using.
They should win.
Cardinals.
Like,
Right.
they should win.
I mean, we had the fantastic moment that I'll never forget in the last one where you had Ohtani pitching to Mike Trout.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how cool was that moment, dude? You know what I mean? Like, it was like, that was it. Now, this year, though, they're coming in.
Got Mason Miller.
Stacked, dude.
Yeah.
This is the projected lineup right now.
I just pulled.
Oh
it
wait,
up
no,
too.
never mind. Do you got it? I got it the last one.
I just have the roster.
Okay, read that off.
All right, you got Alex Bregman, Brian Bruxton, Corbin Carroll, Ern Clement, P. Crow Armstrong, Gunnar Henderson, Clay Holmes, Griffin Jacks, Aaron Judge, Brad Keller, Clayton Kershaw, Nolan McLean, Mason Miller, Cal Raleigh, Joe Ryan, Kyle Schwarber, Paul Skeens, Tariq Scoble, Will Smith, Gabe Spicer, Bryce Turang, Logan Webb, and a guy named Bobby Witt Jr.
Decent.
And a coaching staff led by Mark DeRosa, Andy Pettit, Matt Holliday, Dino Ebel, George Lombard, David Ross, Freddie Gonzalez, Brian McCann, and Michael Young.
There is one name that you mentioned there, Zoe.
Bullpen coach David Ross.
Like he just has to be there, to be like the cheerleader, right? You don't want Clayton Kershaw.
This is
Clayton's just there for the skiing.
Yeah, but
wait,
listen to
sort of. Never mind.
Dude, the Dominican Republic team: Sandy Alcantara, Brian Bello, Junior Caminero, O'Neill Cruz, Yannier Diaz, Sir Anthony Dominguez, Camilo Doval, Carlos Estevez, Vladdy Guerrero Jr., Ketel Marte, Wandy Peralta, Geraldo Perdomo, Julio Rodriguez, Rosario, Christopher Sanchez, Carlos Santana, Dennis Santana, Luis Severino, Gregory Soto, Juan Soto, and a guy named Fernando Tatis Jr.
Decent.
Like, these are going to be battles, and I'm pumped for it, dude. I am pumped for it. Our boy Mooney's playing for Japan with Otani, who also said he's not going to pitch, which kind of sucks.
Miles Mastro Buoni playing for Team Italy. Never mind. Sorry.
Known Mexican Randy Rosarena playing for Mexico. You got Nolan Arenado playing for Puerto Rico with Frankie Lindor. Maybe if they can get insurance.
Yeah,
pitcher Mitchell Stumpo for Team Italy. He's got very short arms.
But top to bottom, you're not touching USA's roster. That's just ridiculous.
His last name is actually Bocci. Wow.
Should Sports Mockery open up a insurance division here? Just like swoop in? Great.
Between me and you, I told them that we need to start making Indiana Bear shirts. But
ooh, I mean, great business would hurt. Great business.
And then I guess, well, speaking of teams doing dumb shit, the White Sox did a Black History Month tweet of like all the firsts and all this stuff, all this, African American history throughout the Chicago White Sox. And they left out, they didn't leave them out completely, but like they didn't like spotlight them. Frank Thomas, dude. Easily the greatest player in White Sox history, arguably top 10 of all. Like, the dude was just, it's Frank Thomas, dude. And I know some people feel a certain type of way about Frank. He's not exactly the nicest guy in the world, but like, it's Frank Thomas. How do you fuck that up? And like, not even that, like, I gotta find it.
At least they congratulated Manny.
Hold on, let me
Manny
find
Minoso, no, but not Minnie. Only Manny, his cousin.
Our boy Herb put it perfectly. Hold on, where'd it go? I forgot it was a couple days ago now, so I gotta go back a little bit.
Also, they also didn't spotlight Jermaine Dye.
Yeah, Jermaine Dye, and then
World Series MVP, no big deal.
World Series MVP. And then, where is it? Come on, Herb. You tweet too much.
It was 1933. Which one are you looking for? What's missing? Or
yeah, dude, I love White Sox fans came out in droves, which is different things that they missed.
And like that's the thing about Frank Thomas. Like, yes, maybe he's not the most liked guy or whatever. Does not matter because dude's like your best player in franchise history.
No mention of Tommy Agee, the first black player in the Sox to win the Rookie of the Year award.
No cigarette in Dick Allen's mouth. That's some bullshit for the picture.
Yeah, I mean they just screwed this up royally, and I mean, good for Frank for calling him out on it. You know what I mean?
You think Frank's gonna go to the home run derby, the alumni home run derby?
They'll fix it, and from what I've been told, if you pay Frank enough, he'll be there.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Oh, we know. I saw those commercials.
Yeah, no mention of Frank Thomas, the best player in franchise history. No mention of Jermaine Dye, the only White Sox World Series MVP in team history. No mention of Tim Anderson, only one of 3 men to win a batting title in franchise history. These mishaps for the White Sox are brutal. They mentioned Frank, but as part of the Dick Allen mention. So they had the spotlight on Dick Allen, and then they mentioned Frank's like a footnote.
Did you see what Frank's tweet was?
Like, I sure piss off like the only... Or some, yeah, I saw.
I guess the only black player. I guess the black player who made you rich over there and holds all your records is forgettable. Don't worry, I'm taking receipts.
Yep.
Kevin, by the way, shout out to Aaron Wilder. He found the time you got blocked. And it looks like Andrew McCutcheon was doing some name searching because you didn't know he wasn't even tagged in the. Well, that was for Aaron Wilder when he replied.
Oh, he replied that.
It was his interaction.
That got Wilder the block. I'm like, wait.
Yeah. So I think McCutcheon went on a block spree that night.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
Maybe you're just caught in the crosshairs.
Cool.
He's like, anyone associated with any of these tweets about me, I'm getting you out of here.
Ouch.
Yep.
It really does hurt.
Then biggest letdown of the day, without a doubt, was today was content release day for the new MLB The Show. And rightfully so, they're getting tore up on Twitter because it just looks like they copy and pasted the game. It's the same game.
I remember. I think I told you. I think I bought a PlayStation 4 in 2020 during COVID. It was the first time I bought a new system in a while. Bought MLB The Show that year. The last MLB The Show I had before that was MLB The Show 08 with Ryan Howard as the cover athlete.
Yeah.
I'm sure the details look better. Like the faces look like the players more. But I was like, all right.
Maybe
cool,
we get
I guess. Like updated, maybe.
We got to get our boy Healy on here for a review.
Yeah.
I think it's the same story every year. Like nothing changed. Like Zoe said, it's just copy and paste.
So I'm looking.
He's got a great story, by the way.
First
Did you
of
guys
all,
ever see that story about Healy where he picked up Charles Johnson or he picked up Ocho Cinco from the airport?
Yes.
Oh yes.
And then did he lock his keys in the car or did call AAA because he locked his keys?
The big new improvements. First of all, they didn't even try. They didn't even have a new cover athlete. It's Aaron Judge again, just in a WBC jersey.
Not even trying.
They put more colleges in it, so when you do the player journey, you have more colleges to choose from.
Is Judson in it yet?
They said they revamped player attributes. Now they have on the spot pitching, when you're in a big situation, it vibrates. They added the Tokyo Dome to the stadiums.
All right.
All 20 World Baseball Classic rosters and federations. I'm looking. Give me something else. There's literally nothing else. It's a new trade hub and modernized lineups and rotations. It's just cut and paste, dude. And this guy, I don't know who this guy is, but he tweeted out, "My dream job is working at San Diego studios because I'm convinced that these motherfuckers are on PTO for 7 months a year, clock in and just press copy and paste." They're getting tore up in the comments, everything, dude.
I mean, I think it's the same issue with EA too, or with Madden. It's just all it's just not somehow technology has progressed, but they've gone backwards.
The people in the comments are calling it MLB the roster update 26. Yeah, this is
not great.
They're getting beat up. The funny thing is though, all these people
they're still gonna buy it.
I'm still gonna buy it.
Showtech. That's what.
But see, this is the problem though, is I buy it and then I play it daily until college football comes out, and then I never play it again.
How was it going to make me not suck at hitting in that game? Because that's why I stopped playing it. I suck at it. I can't.
That's why you got to commit the hours in the summer, Kevin.
I tried all the things. I thought about getting one of those weird thumb things that I saw Blake Snell use. I don't even know. It's just I can't hit. I can pitch. I'm fine pitching, but I cannot hit.
It's tough. All right. Well, you guys got anything else? Or are we going to wrap this up just over an hour?
I mean, like I said in the chat, boys, thank you, White Sox, for the content here.
Shout out White Sox for the content.
Cubs, I do think the Cubs are going to sign someone before spring training, but
they're linked to what's his name, the Diamondbacks pitcher.
Oh, Zach Gallen.
Yeah.
I would be fine.
Does he got anything left in the tank? Like I said, there's a lot of old dogs.
He's only 30s though. Come on now.
I feel like he's been in the league for 20 years.
Yeah, I think he debuted very young.
Yeah. But like Verlander still wants to swing at it again. Like there's a couple old guys out there.
Would you would roll the dice on like Verlander, right? Or like
Verlander in a White Sox uniform would make me puke like The Exorcist.
Oh, the Tigers days. All right. Oh, the same thing with Scherzer. He was with the Tigers.
Yeah. Well, Scherzer's been on every team.
That's true. That is true. He is getting around, huh?
When I think of Max Scherzer, I don't think of him on the Tigers. We'll put it that way. Like he's like a Nationals, Rangers guy for me. But Verlander will always just be that dickhead on the Tigers that just destroyed us for years. Years. It's like when Monroe from the Twins played on the White Sox. Yeah. It was just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, get out of here. It's fucking weird. But White Sox are known to giving the old dogs a home for a year, so we'll see what happens there. I don't think they got too much young talent. I think to do that, you don't want to lock a Noah Schultz because you signed Justin Verlander.
I could see it though. Maybe it's like spring training starts, a couple of guys get fatigue shoulders. You bring in Verlander.
I mean, if I'm a contender, maybe more of the Cubs. Like,
well, Kevin, what do you want? Would you rather the Cubs pay for the upside because that's what they're paying? Because Zach Gallen was dog shit in 2025, so you're paying that you can get him back on track to what he used to be. Or do you like just play it a little? Do you play it cheap? Be like, I mean, low risk money, bring in a guy like Verlander. Or do you risk it? It's like, hey, this can be boom or bust with Gallen.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. The idea of Justin Verlander as a Cub to me is like one of those things where it's like, could you sign Kershaw? Yes, then do it. Like kind of thing. Like I don't care if he just is this there. I see him on the top step in a Cubs uniform would be fun, knowing that potentially
Kate Upton at Wrigley from the summer.
So I didn't want to go there, but
okay,
gets pretty warm.
Oh, I thought there was a story coming. Damn it!
Oh,
wait,
no,
Kevin,
no.
didn't you say there was a story with involving Kanye West?
Oh, my fiance getting locked in a closet.
It's on the show with the story. We don't have Mitch. We don't have a NASCAR minute. So let's go with Kanye's 1 minute closet.
So she was a pup PR agent working for the Venetian Hotel back in the day. They put her on some of the shittier jobs to do, and one of them was obviously to help take care of Kanye and his group, and they would go up to like whatever when they needed kind of some stuff, and so she had to take him up to this suite that had this very old piano. Like it's a piano that the hotel's like literally, I don't care if you're the president of Japan, do not touch that. Do not move that piano, period. So Carrie was just trying to, I guess, stop, knock it off. Please do not move that. And they're like, oh, we want to move it. And she's like, no. So I was like, hey, can you come over here real quick? And Kanji like walks over, goes, hey, yeah, come here. And he just kind of walks over. Goes, can you just stand right here for just a second? And she's like, sure. And he's like, Funk. Locks her in the closet. And then seconds later, she's like, what the? Did he just lock me in the closet? And she hears the screeching, of course, the piano going, piano's screeching on the floor. So they're moving it, obviously. And she's like, this is terrible. I'm going to get fired, stuff. And then she hears a hello behind her. The fucking custodian or whatever, the housekeeper was also in the closet. They had thrown them in, already had been in the closet. And so she's in the closet already with Carrie back. She's like, what the fuck? It's like yeah, locked in. Finally, when they were done, they move it back. And then, whatever, like 15, 20 minutes later, after she's been basically kidnapped, human trafficked, they open it up and, she leaves or whatever. So, yep. Kanye locked her in a closet.
They've been worse.
Not R. Kelly's closet, thank God. So we're good there.
Well, Kanye had a good show in Mexico City. I saw some highlights. I pulled
out my gun. Sorry.
Felt like the old Kanye. But saying.
Boy, I felt old. I asked my class if they knew who Aaliyah was, and they were like, who?
They asked who was?
Aaliyah. I just joke. I have many students, and I have many pronunciations of that derivative.
I just saw a video of a guy walking around, a bunch of high school guys in like an indoor baseball facility, working out, whatever, taking swings, and he was showing them a picture of Robinson Cano. And he's like, who is this? And none of them knew who it was. It was kind of brutal. And then one kid out of nowhere was like, first of all, I'm going to say I think he has a better swing than Griffey, and that's Robinson Cano. I was like, the audacity! Like, where did that? They went from not knowing who he was to
Shut your fucking
saying he's got a better swing than Griffey. Like, you need to go home, dude. Just go sit in the corner for a while. But all right, guys.
Here are your crayons. Here's the book.
Yeah.
Just go finish coloring. Back to the
So
kids.
for all of Soto, that's K-Fids. I'm Zoe. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.